streamlined issues.
Yeah, especially in incidences like jam traffic when an emergency
Yes,
is happening.
that's
You can't
what
pull
I'm-
a car through a line of traffic, but you can with a motorcycle. So the response time should be better. Again, it's not like you're going to do much in terms of like hauling a citizen to jail on a motorcycle, but you know, it's one of those things where I can understand for like traffic issues and that kind of thing, or quick response teams to get out there. That would be fantastic. And I'm very excited to see how this kind of goes with the community, seeing a whole bunch of men on motorcycles.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to have, a crazy ton of an amount of those, but, we will have some. So I am excited to see, how their response time will be and different things like that. So.
Yeah, and again, worst things worse, they just stop doing it if it doesn't work.
That's true.
Alrighty. Well, hey guys, something I enjoy every day, especially in the mornings, because it just brightens my day, is thinking about the possibility of winning free food. And I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but particularly it's because I'm hungry and it's this
I'm
early.
really hungry too, I know. And then more food images.
Always food. Well, with us, if you go and check and find out who our sponsor of the day is and give us that call, you could win potentially a free sausage biscuit from Bojangles. And Mad Dog Mike's famous barbecue family pack, that pound of meat, the 2 16-ounce sides, and the 4 buns. I mean, these are all great prizes. And then, the Chick-fil-A Choose Your Treat, which is either the cone or the cookie, and potentially a free meal. Not going to spoil anything. So again, call us at 256-734-7399. And again, that's 256-734-7399. Definitely give us a call. Go on that Facebook page. Figure out who that sponsor of the day is. And give us that call, because you do not want to miss this opportunity to win those great prizes.
Absolutely. And speaking of Facebook, now we are going to take a look at our Facebook friend of the day, who actually happens to be Leah Bolin. And Leah likes Depot Park and Cullman County EMT. We would like to give Leah a free large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's famous barbecue today. The County Commission on Aging has some exciting news regarding a part-time center potentially turning into a full-time center. In October, the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs awarded the town of Fairview $250,000 in grant money for a new senior center. Fairview also received a grant for $153,213 from the Federal Emergency Management Agency's Hazardous Mitigation Grant Program. The grant will be used to construct a storm shelter as part of the construction process. Most recently, the Cullman County Commission donated $25,000 to this great project. Commission Chairman Kenneth Walker has also given the go-ahead to perform site work aid and project cost. At this point in time, seniors meet at Fairview Town Hall every Tuesday from 8 until 1 for activities like bingo and card games. The new center would be a full-time center close to the town's park and walking trail. Since this center would be open every day, the town could participate in Meals on Wheels. The new senior center would be the 8th full-time center in Cullman County. Brushy Pond, Colony, Crane Hill, Cullman, Hanceville, Holly Pond, and West Point all have full-time centers. We will keep you updated on the progress of Fairview Center, but in the meantime, visit www.cullmancoa.com to view hours for all of the full-time and part-time centers across the county.
Wow, the Commission on Aging and a lot of surrounding areas are starting to get really involved, and the communities in turn becoming very involved with them, and it's great. I actually am really excited about that.
I know, and for Fairview to have one, that would be the 8th one, so that would be really neat.
And with this community involvement behind these centers, I've actually had the pleasure of going to one of these centers now and seeing this. It's actually really great. It's a better atmosphere than I think a lot of people would imagine, because when you think about growing older, as we all do, you never think about that being fun.
No, and really there's just so many different opportunities, like we had with Angie Yockham. She told us all about those different trips that are offered to them, and just all these different daily recreational activities that will help them just get out and have some fun,
Which is, the best part about aging is the opportunity to have all that fun you didn't get to have in an earlier time.
You don't have to work anymore. Just kidding.
That's something.
That's the most fun.
That's a lazy thing to think about. Yeah. Well, we have an awesome guest on the show today.
We do.
And I have to admit, he is a personal friend of mine. His name is Mr. Noah Whitney, and he represents Health in Hand out of Eva, Alabama, which is a natural health clinic. So I'm very excited to talk to him because there's a lot of things about natural medicine that a lot of people have misconceptions about. So it's very interesting that we'll be able to talk to him and maybe clear some of the questions that a lot of people have. So definitely stay tuned with us, and we'll be right back with that.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
All right, everybody, welcome back, and we are here with Noah Whitney, and he is with Health in Hand from Eva. Noah, thank you for being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So, Noah, again, I know you, but, in the off chance that the people of this community do not know you as well as we do, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you been in the Cullman area?
All my life, actually. Yeah. Born and raised.
So does that mean that you went to school here?
Mm-hmm. I actually homeschooled with my dad. He ran a homeschool covering, so
Oh, wow.
12 years, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
So you've been a pretty active member of things within the community. I know that
yeah.
you're a musician, so you've played with various church groups.
Mm-hmm.
You were actually in the band that plays at the end credits of the shows.
I am, yeah, and I think I've been on a band on this station before, actually.
See, there you go.
That's neat. So you're pretty musically diverse as well?
Yeah,
so.
that is my my love is music. I mean, that's mine.
Cool.
And besides medicine.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
So you represent you're with the group Health in Hand out of Eva. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What is it that you guys are doing out there? How did you get into this?
Well, Health in Hand is an alternative health clinic in Eva, and it really specializes in. There's a lot of things it specializes in. We're board certified naturopathic doctors. So we help people learn about how to stay and remain healthy in a natural, simple way, a way that anyone can do. Anybody with basic knowledge can do. Some simple remedies. We really focus on teaching people how to stay healthy. One of the main reasons that people come to us is the EDS testing. It's electrodermal screening, and it's a little device that you hold on to and it's hooked up to a computer, and it reads a biological preference towards or against a certain product. So it can tell us if you may need vitamin C as opposed to vitamin A, or this herb opposed to this herb. So it's a good way to sort of narrow down and figure out what specifically your body is asking for. This is kind of like muscle testing. You've heard of muscle testing?
Like from what nutrition experts do or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we do muscle testing as well, but it's really almost a more advanced form of muscle testing. It's a way to actually use a device to test thousands of things at one time.
Wow, that's really incredible.
It's a very interesting process because, and again, misconceptions about a lot of things, but when you think natural doctor, honestly cartoony, like witch doctor pops up in my head
Right.
out in the woods, like you need to drink this root in this cup.
Yeah, we've had to fight that stigma for years.
It's
you know,
that,
which doctor-
computers and stuff, that's kind of, totally opposite direction than what people would have expected. And so
Right.
you're stating with EDS testing, is that
Oh, and
something?
if I might add to what you just said, we had a medical doctor bring his son in to us not too long ago, and he was saying what we're doing is like space age. So he loved it. I mean,
So we went from witch doctor to crew of Star Trek, where... So with EDS testing, would that be the largest thing that you guys do, is people coming in trying to figure out what it is that they need to continue to keep?
Yeah, most people come to us for the EDS. That's where we start off with a first-time client. We start off with the EDS. We do a full consultation. Spend about, anywhere from 2 to 3 hours with a first-time visit. So we really get in there we get to know you. We get to know your diet, your health history. There's a lot of things involved in working with people on this subject. So you don't want to skimp over anything.
Right.
You want to go into detail. You want to learn who the person is. It's a relationship.
It's important to know all of that stuff as well in order to figure out what they need and what they don't need. I have a question. How much would a service like that cost?
Well, basically, the first thing you do is the first visit, and that's $150. After that, there's a follow-up visit that you can come to. We try to get people to come in every 8 weeks or so to do a follow-up checkup, and that is $85. There are some people just come in once a year. Usually our clients who have been coming to us 4 years move to about a 6-month visit. And some of the services that we offer, the detox services, they range from $15 to $30 to $45.
So pretty affordable.
Yeah, they can come in.
Especially in an instance where it's a health process like that, that's entirely more affordable than and I'm not going to say conventional doctors, but what you get with a lot of other small-time clinics or larger hospitals is a bill a lot bigger than that, and especially for something that you're not going to have adverse side effects from, potentially from, so that's always nice.
Yeah.
So what kind of, I know we've touched on the EDS clientele and stuff like that, but do you have any other type of clients that come to y'all for different reasons?
Yeah, some people just want to come in and pick up a different herb, and I'll help them out with finding what they're looking for. Some people just need different nutrients, and some people just want to come up for a visit with one of the services. And this is usually our clientele who has come to us and knows us, and they know, I just need to lay on the biomat for an hour,
That sounds pretty neat. What's that?
Oh, the biomat? That's it's a pad that you lay on it. It's on a massage table, and it heats up. So it's really relaxing your muscles just from the heat. But it also is creating an infrared ray that heats up through amethyst and tourmaline stones. That creates a negative ion field, so it helps pull harmful bacteria and viruses out of the body system. So the best thing for it is a fever. Got a fever, get on the biomat.
I think I need to be on the biomat.
You detox everything that you did over the weekend.
I didn't do anything.
I hear that story a lot.
The ultimate hangover cure is the biomat.
Oh my gosh.
Well, definitely hold that thought, because we have a lot more we're going to ask you about. So if you'll join us in just a moment, we'll be right back.
State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Everybody, and we are back with Noah Whitney, and we are talking with him about natural medicine and the different paths that you can take to kind of holistically treat people.
Well, holistically help people out. We don't really use the term treat because herbs are just like foods that are it's supplying nutrients for the body. The body is really what is doing the healing, and that's what I think a lot of people are kind of out in the dark about the natural world, natural line of thinking, natural health and natural remedies is they kind of put them in this comparison zone with drugs, and they're very separate fields. They do different things and they have different purposes. So the herbs are really helping your body just perform its natural processes. So.
Yeah, we tend to eat and drink a lot of stuff that has been heavily processed and carbonated and all of these things. So do you feel that those nutrients, those minerals and herbs kind of help to replenish what we may?
That's definitely a big part of the picture. When you are consuming a lot of those things, which a lot of people are, it is sort of taxing your system. It's pulling necessary nutrients out. It's exhausting your body's reserves of good nutrients. And so you're depleting your system, you're depleting your immune system. And so what we're really trying to do, the main goal of what we're trying to do is build those reserves back up and help educate people on what they're really doing to their bodies when they're, going on these binging, with their soda and their
our American
their
lifestyle,
diet
essentially.
And especially, this area that we live in, the greasy spoon and stuff is making us all sluggish. So we're trying to spark people's health,
Yeah,
really.
so obviously, diet and exercise heavily complement the kind of program that y'all are doing, right?
Absolutely, and we talk about that with our clients when they come in, a good diet to follow. And really, we try to stay away from specific diets, and we try to give people just general guidelines to follow with their nutrition and with their food. So if you really want to be healthy, stick to moderation in all things. Don't go out excessive in anything. Don't have soda every day. You know what I mean? Yeah. Take good portions and keep your raw food up. At least 50% of your diet. If you can keep it raw, then you're really gonna.
Now, when you say raw, are you talking about like fresh vegetables that have not been cooked, or
fresh vegetables, uncooked, and if you do want to cook them, steaming is the next best.
I'd spoken with someone that said that was sort of in the same. Yeah. All right, so that's, and you're as an individual, is equally like the rest of us. We get hungry and such. Do you find yourself in your position kind of struggling to balance between healthy eating and convenient eating?
Well, I do find, that there's always that, this or this. There's always that option. Everywhere you go, you have the option to eat whatever you want. I mean, that's one of the great things about country we live in, we have the choice. We have the right to make choices like that. And I think that with me personally, I try to stick to what is going to be the best out of my choices.
Right.
Out of those choices that I have in front of me. If I go to a restaurant and I have the choice between a fried taco or a not fried taco, I might choose the not fried taco.
Yeah.
I'll choose the one that has the lettuce and tomatoes in there with it, not just the
lesser of
meat.
two evils in the situation.
Exactly, yeah, and that's kind of the thinking you have to follow. Or that's a good place to start off. As far as sweets go, a lot of people say, "Oh, I just can't do without my chocolate," or "I can't do without this dessert." And it's sad because you really can, and you'll do a lot better.
You can, yeah.
It's a mental. We find ourselves in a mental place where we have to have it. There's almost this emotional attachment to our food.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, exactly.
It really is.
And well, that's a different topic about the addiction, but yeah, you're right.
But your body does become addicted to having, like, for example, I drink Diet Coke a lot, and I know it's not good for me, but it's like
Artificial sugars.
Artificial, yeah.
But it's like my body has become hardwired to just kind of crave that. So in a way, that to me seems like an addiction.
Exactly, and we do create these sort of psychological addiction to our food, and it's hard to get off that. But what we find is the healthier we are, the more we crave healthy food.
Yes.
And that's
Just
a really
habit forming and
exactly. So the more any step that you can take towards health, towards eating better, you will find over time, as you're consistent with that those cravings are no longer there. Like my mom, who's been doing this for her entire life, she just doesn't eat loads of dessert. And if she does, it's like one bite. It's like one spoonful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like binging for her. It's just, I had a bite of a dessert once, this month. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just, and that's all she can handle. She can tell that's all her body wants.
yeah, if you're just used to consuming so much sugar constantly. I've heard that if you can go 3 days without sugar, that your body won't crave it anymore.
A lot of people would probably tell you that's a lot longer than 3 days.
Well, it
Probably
does seem
is.
like it's a lot longer than 3.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be longer for me.
Well, you're on the right track, though. The more that you can resist it, the more that you can stay away from it, the healthier your body's going to be, the healthier your immune system is going to be. Sugar, funny story. There was actually a sailor and his crew who got stranded at sea with nothing but barrels of sugar, refined sugar, in their boat. They were transporting it, and they had no way of getting fresh food, no way of fishing. So what they had to do, they were forced to do this, eat nothing but that sugar, and the entire crew was deceased within a week. It's kind of a morbid story, right?
But it's understandable. Now, someone had once told me that sugar itself, though a natural substance, kind of works like a drug. It's not really something your body is designed to process like other nutrients that you receive.
It is not refined sugar is really not a natural food. It's not a natural thing to consume.
Someone, and I learned this through a study about bacon, believe it or not. Someone stated that sugar and bacon both affect the brain the same way that an illegal substance would, like cocaine, because it affects certain endorphins in the brain. So that's kind of what gives you that feeling of enjoyment, is because it's just messing with you.
Now, what is VitaFood?
Oh, VitaFood. VitaFood, this has been around ever since the clinic started. This is a herb combination. It's a nutrient-dense herbal food. So it gives people a wide array of herbs that contain vitamin B, vitamin C, bioavailable minerals, and there's different essential nutrients in this sort of mix here. You mix it up with your juice and you drink it.
Well, that sounds really neat. That kind of reminds me of, I'm sure you have some thoughts on this too. I've got some friends that sell It Works, and there's like a greens complex that you can put into your juice or your shake or whatever and drink as well. I wonder if those are comparable.
I've heard of It Works. I haven't really looked at ingredients or anything about like that, but I've heard some interesting things about it.
Yeah, it just could be another like complementary avenue for natural things that you can do to help build your body up.
Exactly. So, and just in question, is there any other advice you give viewers at home about eating habits and exercise and that kind of thing?
You are what you eat, so.
That's very true. You're chicken.
All right. Well, no, we appreciate it. Now, before we set you back off into the world to educate people, is there any contact information you can give the viewers that if they have questions or just want to talk to you about some of the options that they have, that they can get in touch with?
Absolutely. The easiest way to get hold of us is just give us a call. The number is 256-482-2801. You can visit our website at healthinhand.info, or you can check out our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/healthinhand. Our address, if you want to come visit us, is 2363 Lawrence Cove Road, Eva, Alabama.
All righty.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. It's always a joy having you. Again, very talented individual. Really glad that you're here with us today.
Yes, I've learned a
Thanks,
lot.
yeah.
Thank you for coming
Yeah,
on.
thanks for having me. It's
All
a
right.
pleasure to be here.
Well, if you will join us in just a moment, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Cullman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
That moment?
It was a moment that changed my life. I'd been training with my team for months, and now we had been called up for the first time. The real deal. Wildfires were getting dangerously close to homes. At that moment, I got my first taste of just how important the Guard is to my community.
See how the Guard can be an important part of your life at NationalGuard.com.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
Almost $39,000. That's the mean annual wage for Alabamians trained as machinists and in computer-controlled machine operation. Wallace State has machining programs to fit your career ambitions. Be one of us and get in a Wallace state of mind.
And welcome back. So, in the off chance that none of you have decided to check out who our sponsor of the day is, I guess I'll give you a hint so that you can win those awesome prizes. So, our question for you today is, which of our sponsors is a company that features a cow as a mascot?
And if you don't know this,
Shame on you.
yes.
Shame on you for not knowing
Because
who
you've
has a cow.
got to know this.
I mean, you've seen the billboards, guys.
They're
It's
everywhere.
It's pretty simple. All right, so definitely give us a call in again, and tell us who that sponsor that is who win those awesome prizes today, because we only have one chance to give them away to you.
So call 256-734-7399.
Absolutely. All right, so we've had some interesting things going on, and I just want to briefly kind of to touch on some of these subjects, and off chance that you were unaware of this. So in other news, the Senate, again, on Monday, is to vote on defending Planned Parenthood in the first step in this renewed battle. The Republican-controlled Senate is set to vote Monday on halting federal aid to Planned Parenthood, and this is a fast response to a series of unsettling videos exposing the group's little-known practice of providing fetal tissue to researchers. This measure is not expected to pass because Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and the other 53 Republican senators will need support from several Democrats to reach the 60-vote threshold, with some moderators on both sides still apparently undecided. So this is a very interesting segment because it's only come to light very recently. It's blocked by a lot of pro-choice groups for this ending of funding. It's very unsettling in certain issues, but a lot of people believe it necessary. So this is something kind of big. There's 100 million U.S. abortions yearly, and in a recent annual report, Planned Parenthood is said to have performed 328,000 of them. They are a very leading force in this, and it's one of those things that we can only...
It's a very sensitive, touchy subject, but it's one that, that I feel like we're always going to be talking about. It's something very, it's just something that we are dealing with still and probably will for a while.
As a country, this is a subject that not a lot of people can agree on, and it's one of those that we'll have to sit back and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and really happy news. Hong Kong Panda, their giant panda Jaja, has a birthday and becomes the oldest panda ever in captivity. So she is adorable, and besides high blood pressure and cataracts, Jaja is still getting around just fine in her old age. And actual people years, she's over 100.
Right, but in terms of actual physical years on Earth, she is 37.
She is 37.
37 years in captivity. That is the oldest panda in captivity and the longest held in captivity, I believe. So that is very interesting.
Yeah, Jaja was born in... She was born in 1978 in the wild in China, and she was given to Hong Kong in 1999.
Yep. And they even gave her a cake.
They did. They gave her a little ice and fruit cake.
There you go. Yeah. See, everyone can enjoy a good birthday.
Yes, that's true.
And in more local news, something a little more sensitive is a 5-year-old was actually involved in a drug poisoning. In Holly Pond area, a child under the age of 5 actually ingested a poisonous substance last Thursday. Original reports suggested the substance was indeed methamphetamine. Now, how this child got a hold of methamphetamine, I have no idea. But the Cullman County Sheriff's Office has confirmed that the substance was not exactly meth, but it was a prescription medication that had methamphetamines in it.
Right, and
or was similar compounds that tested as methamphetamine.
Right, and so that has been ruled as an accidental thing. So they're going to be doing some further investigating into that case and figuring out what exactly happened.
Absolutely. And it's such a sad thing. This is again a very strong point of why you hide or you put medications in the childproof jars in areas that cannot be easily reached. These are very serious things, and this happens a lot more than it should.
Yes, as well as you may think that you're giving something safe to a child and you're not sure. I mean,
There's a reason there are medical professionals that do this. Yes. We as individuals who may not be as educated as we hope most doctors are, should not be self-diagnosing and should not be self-prescribing medications that we got for one thing to treat something else.
Exactly.
Just because you can take a Tylenol that's as large as your fist does not mean that your child can handle that. And there are reasons that takes place. So we just, again,
so leave
the
treatment to the professionals. That's a good point.
Again, well, in summary, the Alabama Department of Human Resources, or DHR, has begun an in-depth investigation to further discover whether or not this was truly accidental or not, but that's what they're leaning towards, is it was an accidental poisoning. So hopefully, he gets better, and
we'll learn some more information as this case unfolds.
Absolutely. All right, well now, on the brightest note that I could say of my day is my favorite part of the show, where I get to talk about the weather. And again, this weather is brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. So make the switch to Mitch. Alrighty, so it looks like we have a high of 91 with a low of 70 today, with the record high being set in 1957 at 104, and the record low being set in 1925 at a wonderful 61 degrees. Sunset tonight's going to be about 8:05 p.m., with sunrise tomorrow at 5:30. And as you can tell, we've got a little bit of a thing brewing there towards Florida, but we're not Florida, so thank goodness it looks like we're going to be, mostly clear, besides some possible pop-ups that are coming. All right, it looks like we're looking at, partial clouds with only a 10% chance of rain today, with the max high of about 95. Tonight, about the same with mostly cloudy. We're looking about 64, and tomorrow we're looking at pretty clear with a high of 96. So again, we're looking at, varying temperatures. We're looking a little cooler this week, between the mid-80s to the low 90s. And the nights are getting a little cooler again, looking down at the high 60s and low 70s. So we're looking to finally start easing our way into that fall weather, where it starts getting really humid, and then magically it becomes a winter wonderland of miserable.
Yeah, in 2 months it's going to be October.
Wow, you're one of those people that constantly reminds everyone that Halloween is on its way.
I'm sorry, I love Halloween.
I mean, unappreciatively Halloween, but I wish more people would emphasize Thanksgiving. Because I used to work in retail, and it was like, the moment Halloween hit, it was Christmas. There was no Thanksgiving.
There are several reasons, though, for why they put those Christmas
It's
decorations.
commercialism.
I don't know.
No, come on.
We could get into that later.
I know. All right. Well, if you'll join us again in just a moment, we will be right back.
State offers associate degree and certificate programs in Alabama's hottest job fields. Every year this decade, almost 3,800 new workers will enter these fields. Will you be one of them? Be one of us. Get in a Wallace state of mind.
Have you been online to see our brand new website? Go to mycullmantv.com. There you can find links to see a live stream, notes from today's shows. You can meet our sponsors and even meet us here at the station. But don't forget about that Meet the Sponsors link. There you can see advertisements from the sponsors that help keep us on the air. You can also click on the links to go to these sponsors' web pages. My Cullman Television. Let's discover Cullman together.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
And our community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi, Cookbook Fundraiser, Women of Faith Group, Garden City Church of God. Proceeds benefit Church's Food Bank. Those are going to be $12.50 each, and you can contact either Rhonda Davis or Patsy Kennedy at their contact information.
In Tante Della Donna, Cullman Women's Choir invites all ladies 18 and over to a listening session Tuesday evening, August 4th at 6:30 p.m. at the 7th Street Baptist Church. Meet and greet choir members, listen to a fall program preview, and remember to bring a friend. For more information, call 256-736-2622.
Fall gardens and cover crops for the home gardener at the North Alabama Agriplex will be August 4th at 6 p.m. For more information, call 256-297-1044.
And the BBB Shred Day is Wednesday, August 12th at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the King Edward Plaza. You can drop off all sensitive documents, including old hard drives and electronics, prescription drugs, and any personal files that you may have. These are non-perishable dry boxes, can also be donated as compensation for the service.
A book signing will be held Wednesday, August 12th from 4 to 6 p.m. at Deb's Bookstore, and that's called Of Goats and Governors, 6 Decades of Colorful Alabama Political Stories. Author is Steve Flowers, and you can give them a call to find out more information.
And if you have a community billboard or would just like to contact us, you can reach us at our webpage at mycullmantv.com, email us at mycullmantv@gmail.com, or phone us at 256-734-7399. And remember to check us out on Facebook to double check and get those community billboards to us.
And again, we are sponsored by Pepsi. And wishing you a happy birthday today, Amanda Shavers Davis. And don't forget, we do that drawing on Friday for our weekly birthday winner, and they will receive an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. And our anniversary of the week, which will also be drawn on Friday, will receive a $15 gift certificate from the Candle Garden.
And in that magical off chance that you could possibly have not known who the sponsor with the cow was, you would be correct in knowing that it would be Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A is a wonderful company, and they are fantastic foods. Definitely go and check them out. They're open Monday through Thursday, 6 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 6 to 10, but they are respectively closed on Sunday. So make sure you get that food from them during the week. And if you haven't already, we would love to hear from you. Check us out on Facebook. Definitely let us know what's going on in the community. Let us know the things that you're interested in hearing about, and just contact us. We want to hear from you. Anything and everything you have to say, we're always open to hear.
Well, we're excited to have tomorrow's guest, too. We have Charlie Muncaster. He's a musician, and we are looking forward to hearing what exactly he's got going on.
We haven't had a musician on the show in quite a while, so I'm kind of interested in seeing how this goes and seeing how well he blows us away tomorrow.
Yes, I'm very excited. Well, I hope that your Monday is short and your coffee is strong.
Yeah, we're going to need it. Well, again, I'm Jacob Murphy.
I'm Natalie Bonner.
And again, everyone here at My Cullman Television hopes you have a great Monday, and hopefully we all make it through. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, my name is John, and thank you for choosing.
Hey guys, it's Joel, and I am here with Mr. John Williams of Chick-fil-A. How you doing today, Mr. John?
I'm well. How are you, Joel?
Doing fantastic. We are here to talk about some of the stuff that's going on at Chick-fil-A. So tell us about some of the new products that you got. I know you guys are always introducing, or actually you don't introduce a whole lot of stuff very often.
That's right.
So tell us about some of the new stuff that's coming to the menu.
Yeah, well, we're really excited about the Frosted Lemonade, which has been around for a while. We've had that on the menu. It's been a terrific hit. Right. People love it. I think, personally, it tastes like this time of the year because it's so hot outside and it's so refreshing. One of our ladies who comes into the store frequently, she put it best. If you've never tried one, it tastes like a lemon icebox pie in liquid form. Okay. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's
everybody loves those.
So new products in the fall, we're really excited about our new breakfast rollout. We've got the Greek yogurt parfait that's coming out. It's a healthier option along with the egg white grilled that's coming out. Both of those for breakfast. So that's going to be for the health conscious person. Right. The Greek yogurt, of course, it's going to have higher protein contents and things like that for the person who's thinking that way. It's a good option, great option.
Absolutely. So tell us about some more stuff. I know you guys just had Cow Appreciation Day.
We sure did. We want to personally thank Cullman. Yeah. You guys were awesome. You guys rocked it. You came out from the time we opened till we closed that night, and your cow swag, I mean, it was on full force. Events that we have coming up, some of you guys will remember the car show that we did back in the spring. Right. Well, we're going to bring it back into the fall. It's been requested. We have guys coming into the store a few a week. Hey, when's the car show coming? When's the car show coming?
Free, right?
Yeah, free car show, and we give away free stuff, so you can't beat that. Also, the much anticipated daddy-daughter date night. Yeah. Details are going to be coming out shortly about that. Save the date's going to be on its way, but we're really excited about that. Don't want to give you too much yet, but we are going to host that in-house in the store again this year. Awesome. And just want to give you the heads up on that.
What is the actual difference between Chick-fil-A and somewhere else?
Well, I think one of the biggest differences between us and I can almost speak like a guest who has an all-access backstage pass, because I've only been with Chick-fil-A for about 6 or so months. The same vernacular and conversation, the same mannerisms that you get at the front counter when you place your order, that extends all the way to the back door, even during one of our busiest times, like at a lunch rush on Friday. Our staff, they're genuinely cordial with one another. We care about the needs of our guests. It's been said we don't only want to feed you internally, physically when you come in with food, but we also want to care for you as a person.
Right.
Almost, if you will, soul care.
Right.
We want to know how your day is going. We want to know what's going on in your world. We want to know, hey, how can we be of service?
Right.
And what I love about these guys here at this store is you'll hear it all the time. They say, my pleasure.
Yeah.
You know, you'll say thank you. They say, my pleasure. They don't say, oh, no problem, or hey, no worry. You know, they say my pleasure. They really mean it.
Yeah.
And that's, in my mind, that's what separates these guys.
Awesome.
It's a loyal team. It's a unified team. It's a team that works together, that jumps in, pitches in to do whatever it takes to get whatever needs done.
Right. Well, absolutely. Well, hey, for those of you that want to keep up with Chick-fil-A on Instagram and all those things, what's a quick plug as far as what are y'all tagged under?
CFA Cullman, you can find us. Chick-fil-A Cullman, you can find us.
Awesome. Hey, well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me,
Joel,
Mr. John.
thank you.
And everybody stay tuned because we will be posting links from them often and keeping you up to date on everything that happens here. And from My Cullman Television, I'm Joel Burks.